past, never looking back. Let's slow things down, life's moving too fast. Sail through the hourglass, counting every minute, every moment we're together. It could be 5 minutes or
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 7 in season number 1 of the Menards Super Truck Series. We are here at the new Symrna Speedway for a 20-lap race around this half-mile racetrack, and this points battle, I'm telling you, it is very, 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 very close. Cameron Gaju is the points leader with 55 points. 1 point behind him is Cameron Black and Nicholas Gratton tied for second place. They both have 54 points. John Andrews, who won the last race here in the Menards Super Truck Series, he has 52 points. He is 3 points back. Davey Johnson, he's 4 points back. And Nick Smith, he is 5 points back. Then you got Dean Wickard and Jordan Newman, both 9 points back. 10 points back is Zachary Fitzwater. Marty Johnson's 11 points back. Julian Quintero's 13 points back. Piper Acevedo, she has 37 points. That would be 18 points back. Philip Goldberg, who starts on the pole for this race, 19 points back. And Nicholas Amadeo, kind of hate it that he's not really having the best of seasons, but he is, let's see here, he's 31 points behind the points lead. So that's a tough one for Nicholas Amadeo. He's had a very bad season. But anyways, this points battle, that's what happens when we have these smaller series, you know, there's not as much place to fall back, you know, you don't get as much of a random, you know, finishing result because they're all so close, you know, they're all so close. There's only 14 trucks, and when we have a smaller series, we always have these intense points battles. It's going to come down to the last race, no doubt, and this race is going to help set that last race at Kansas up. So let's get to the starting lineup here for the race here at New Symrna. It's only 20 laps. It's going to be a good one. Philip Goldberg, he starts on the pole. Alongside him, it's Piper Acevedo. We got John Andrews, Nicholas Gratton, Marty Johnson, Dean Wickard, Cameron Gaju, who is the points leader by 1 point heading into this race, Julian Quintero, Davey Johnson, Nick Smith, Cameron Black, Nicholas Amadeo, Zachary Fitzwater, and Jordan Newman. The final short track of the season, the next to last race of the season here in the Menards Super Truck Series, and it will set up the championship race at Kansas. This one's going to be good. So it's Goldberg and Acevedo on the pole, or on the front row, I should say. Pace truck is pulled off, and it's 20 laps of mayhem here, and already the mayhem has begun. Philip Goldberg doesn't even get going on the start. He blows up right as he was coming to the line. That one is a tough one for Philip Goldberg. But we're still green. Piper Acevedo's out front. We got the 97 of Nicholas Gratton, Marty Johnson in the 81. No caution is out. Here comes the 97 looking to get to the inside of Piper Acevedo for the lead. But he's not able to do it quite yet. Did I say Marty Johnson? I meant to say Nicholas Gratton, if I said Marty Johnson. Here comes John Andrews, and hard in the wall! Massive crash! Nick Smith, Davey Johnson, Cameron Black, and I think the 62 of Nicholas Amadeo had a problem at the start. I see Julian Quintero with trouble. I'm telling you, man, that is insane. What in the world? Okay, this really started off weird. Really, really weird. I will tell you this, the points leader, Cameron Gaju, he's still in the race. He did not crash. I don't think Fitzwater crashed in the 79, but this guy's toast, unfortunately. Davey Johnson, who won at, where was it? IRP, which was the last short track we've had in this series. They're 3 wide, exiting turn number 4. That was a massive impact. Julian Quintero involved, Cameron Black with some damage. Nick Smith, who was tied for second with Nicholas Gratton coming into this race, was involved. I see Nicholas Amadeo, he had a problem on the start. It's kind of been the nutshell of his season here in the Menards Super Truck Series. But he had a problem, and so did the 22. And it was right on the start. We're going to review the start here. I might go on the cockpit view to see what happened here to this number 22. Just to kind of get a feel for what happened. Look at all the gauges. I'm assuming the gauges are decently accurate. And his RPM just doesn't go up that much at all. And he can only go so fast, and something definitely happened to that number 22 of Philip Goldberg at the start. But that didn't really have anything to do with the crash. Oh, excuse me. Whatever. Whatevs. Okay. Anyways, this is where it kind of got set up. Nick Smith got put 3 wide in the middle of Davey Johnson and Julian Quintero. And, yeah. Oh, man, that was just a tough hit. Tough hit. Fitzwater got a piece of it, but I think he's going to be okay. And like half of the guys already have had troubles in this race. But you see Quintero, he has damage in the 16. He was involved in that. Cameron Black had a little bit of damage, but I think he's okay. Nick Smith had a lot of damage. Well, you know what? I don't think he had a lot of damage. He seems to be going okay in that number 50. But the guy who really got the worst of it was Davey Johnson, and he's going to be done for the night because of that. That's a tough break for the 87. He was close up there. I mean, everybody basically. I say like we got 8 guys who still have a shot at this championship, and a good shot at that. But Davey Johnson, he was only 4 points off the points lead heading into this race, and that happened to him. But he is doing good in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme, so you can't win them all, but that's a tough one for the number 87. We have ourselves 11 cars on the racetrack right now, I think. Yeah, only 11. So Philip Goldberg is out. Well, let's get our little trusty leaderboard up here, and we'll find out. So the 87 of Davey Johnson's out. The 62, he's a lap down, but he's okay. The 22 of Philip Goldberg, he's going to end up being out. Because I don't see anybody else. I just see those guys. So somebody else had a problem. I'm going to make the assumption that it was the number 16. Yeah. Something happened to the 16. Who drives the 16? I completely forgot who drove the 16. I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. Let me see here. Who drives the 16? Julian Quintero. Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, Julian Quintero, he drives the 16, and he was involved in that crash, and I think he's out for the rest of the race. But anyways, let's get to the restart here at the new Symrna Speedway for the next to last race of the season in the Menards Super Truck Series. Back here at the new Symrna Raceway / Speedway, whatever it's called, I don't know. New Symrna Speedway. It is Piper Acevedo, Nicholas Gratton, Marty Johnson, John Andrews, Dean Wickard, Cameron Gaju, Jordan Newman, Zachary Fitzwater, Cameron Black, Nick Smith, and Nicholas Samadillo, and I got it. Here comes Nicholas Gratton to the inside of the 29 for the lead. And Nicholas Gratton, he is tied second in the point standings heading into this race. If he can get this win, he would be the points leader. But the guy he's battling with in the points, Cameron Gaju, he's right now running 6th. We still got a little ways to go in this race. He's got a chance at gaining some more positions before this thing is over. Here comes Marty Johnson in the 81 to the inside of the 97 for the lead. And we're 3 wide once again. That's Dean Wickard forcing it 3 wide with Piper Acevedo and Nicholas Gratton. And they're bumping off each other. But they're not. They're going to save it. They're going to go 4 wide. They're going to go 4 wide. They're going to go 4 wide. And they're not going to crash. Unbelievable. Those guys know how to drive those race trucks. And they did a great job not crashing, those guys. They did a great job. And here comes the points leader. Cameron Gaju in the 57, looking to get to the inside of the 81. Here comes Dean Wickard, and we're 3 wide for the lead here at New Symrna. There goes the 17. He's bumping off the 57 and the 81, and they're in the wall. They're all in the wall. Cameron Gaju's involved. The 17 of Dean Wickard is involved, and the 81 of Marty Johnson. He's done, and we got another one. Nicholas Samadillo in the 62. You gotta love this racetrack. You just gotta love it. I'm telling you, I just realized that I ended up stopping the recording when I went to pause it instead of hitting pause. But anyways, who cares about that? What in the world? Who's the leader? It's Jordan Newman in the 78. We're going to finish this thing under green. But those were some of the most exciting laps I have ever done in NR 2003. You should be proud that you saw that. Because that was unbelievable. Nicholas Grattan. He's in the catbird seat for this points lead now that Cameron Gaju has crashed. Now, Gaju's still in this thing, but we're just going to see what brought out the caution. My goodness. My voice was going so high. My voice can only go so high. I can't really go too high with my voice because, my voice box really doesn't like me. But, I'm trying to get as excited as I can, and my voice is going so high. I'm glad I didn't lose my voice. But after those laps, I don't see how I didn't. Look at this. 17 puts him up into the wall. Marty Johnson got the worst of that. And Nicholas Samadillo, Nick Smith just flat out dumped him. He flat out dumped him there. That was a cheap move by the 50 of Nick Smith. But, anyways, this guy's going 3 wide, and it's Dean Wicker that kind of puts him up there. Look at how high Dean Wicker is at that point. You can't go 3 wide and have the car on the inside halfway up the racetrack. And the 81's the one that makes the first contact, and Gaju just happens to be there. You see the 17. He also got involved. And when all that was happening, the 78 of Jordan Newman, you see him right here? Those 3 guys are going to go up. They're going to crash. And the 78, he's going to go ahead and take the lead. And then this is a very, very, very cheap move. And that looks intentional. That just looks intentional. But I don't see why that would be intentional, because I don't think Nicholas Samadillo and Nick Smith had anything to do with each other so far in this race. Maybe he's mad that the 62 ran straight into the 81. We're going to go into the cockpit view of the 50 here. And since this is NR 2003, the actual Nick Smith has no control over this. This will not bring in a penalty because this is the computer controlling it. I treat it a little differently than most people. Nick Smith himself doesn't have any control over this situation, so he isn't going to get a penalty. But if this were one of those series where we put out penalties for things like that, this might be one of those. We're going to see how that steering wheel goes here. And he's going to the inside, and then he moves up and turns him around. Yeah. Now, I would say if we were to have penalties where the penalties would come out for intentional crashing, and stuff like that, that would be a penalty on Nick Smith. But since the actual Nick Smith has no control over that, it's the computer generating it, I'm not going to enforce a penalty because there's no need to. It is what it is. Marty Johnson, that is a tough one for him. He had a good run going for him. He was up in the lead at one point. It looks like he's going to have his day end prematurely. And I think we only got 9 trucks left on the racetrack after that one. So that one was a very, very big crash. Knocked out quite a few guys. It was a tough break for those guys. Yeah. Let's get to the restart here at the new Symrna Speedway. And I just realized I hit the darn stop button again instead of the pause button. Okay, I'm going to have to put all 3 of these into the movie maker. Anyways, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Green, white, checker finish here at New Symrna. I'll go through the top 5. Jordan Newman, Nicholas Grattan, Piper Acevedo, Cameron Black, and Zachary Fitzwater. We're ready to go. 2 laps to go here at New Symrna. And Newman with a great jump on the start. That is key to getting a victory. See Piper Acevedo trying to get to the inside of Nicholas Grattan. Nicholas Grattan's going to want to stay where he is if he wants to get this points lead, but he's going to get put on the outside. And it's going to be the white flag for Jordan Newman in the 78, but here comes that 29 of Piper Acevedo. She won at Toledo earlier this season. She's going to go up and clear Nicholas Grattan, but it's not going to be enough. Jordan Newman in the 78 is going to steal one here tonight in the Menard Super Truck Series. He gets it done at New Symrna. Cameron Gaju in the number 57. He did not finish in last place. He will finish 7th. Nicholas Grattan finished in 3rd. So Gaju still has a shot at this thing, but he's not going to be the points leader. It will be the number 97, I think. It actually might be Jordan Newman for all I know. It might be Jordan Newman. Well, let's see what the points were. I forgot. Where is Jordan Newman? Jordan Newman, okay, he was 9 points off the points lead heading into this race, so I don't think it's going to be him. And I thought it was Nick Smith that was tied with Nicholas Grattan for 2nd. I'm sorry, it was Cameron Black. Cameron Black is going to be 2nd in the points. The 97 of Nicholas Grattan, he's going to be the points leader. Gaju's not going to be too far behind. We're just going to have to see. It's going to be very interesting to see how these points go. I'm telling you, this series is getting really good. it's really entertaining to do this series. It really is, and this race was really, really good. So congratulations to Jordan Newman, at Piper Acevedo, Nicholas Gratton, Cameron Black, and Nick Smith, the top 5 here at New Symrna. 5 guys got knocked out because of problems in this race, but hey, that's how it is. We had a very exciting race here at the New Symrna Speedway, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, the finale for this series, I think is going to be Friday, and of course, Friday night, you got the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season 4 sign-off. You actually got a good series here. This series is actually pretty good, but you guys don't seem to really be so, like, flabbergastic about it, I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. But you guys don't really seem to be too excited about these series. But hey, I think that we're going to have some good points battles at the end of these races here, especially in the Menard Super Truck Series and the ARCA Series. Real and Modified Tour here, Joe Larvin Alonso has already clinched the championship, so that's boring. But here in the Menard Super Truck Series, we're going to have a very good final race at the Kansas Speedway, and the ARCA Racing Series is going to be good too. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Jordan Newman on winning here at New Symrna, and here are the points for the Menard Super Truck Series heading into the final race of the season. So thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys later.